Imagine this, you're digging through your pocket change, looking for a quarter to pay for parking, and bam, you're holding a coin worth $7 million. Jip, you heard me right. The 2017 at the Ellis Island, Washington quarter has one of the rarest varieties out there, and today, we're diving into what makes this little piece of metal worth more than a luxury mansion. So, grab your magnifying glass, maybe a cup of coffee, and let's talk money. Literally, the coin you need to check for. First things first, the 2017 at the Ellis Island quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating USA landmarks. This one features Ellis Island, the historic gateway for millions of immigrants who shaped America. But it is the real kicker, not every 2017 at the Ellis Island quarter is valuable. You need to find the one with a rare mint error or ultra-high grade. I mean, let's be real, how many times have you tossed a quarter into a vending machine without even looking? I did that once, little did I know, I probably fed a $1,000 coin to a snack machine. I hope that bag of chips enjoyed its fortune. Why is it worth $7 million? Now, onto the $7 million question. What makes a specific 2017 at the Ellis Island quarter worth a life-changing amount? Some of these quarters were struck with major minting mistakes, like double dice or off-center strikes. One with a dramatic misprint could skyrocket in value. Coins graded MS-68 or higher by EPCGS or NGC are extremely rare, and collectors will pay big money for them. There is always that one collector out there who just has to have the rarest of the rare. And when the right buyer comes along? Boom, life-changing payday. Imagine finding one, selling it, and suddenly, you're buying a new house, paying off all your debts, and still having money left over to buy. I don't know, a solid gold coffee mug just because you can. So, next time you get a 2017 at the Ellis Island quarter in your change, stop and check it. You never know, your lucky coin might be hiding in plain sight. And if you do find one worth millions, just remember who told you about it. I accept thank you gifts in the form of tacos. Now, if you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the next big find, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. eBay got plenty more money-making coin tips coming your way. Until next time, happy hunting. Would you like any tweaks or additions? Let me know. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coin errors that have turned everyday coins into million-dollar jackpots. Now, before you start frantically emptying your piggy banks, let's set the record straight. While the 2014 Ellis Island, Washington quarter is a beautiful piece of numismatic art, it's not the golden ticket to a millionaire's club. However, there are coins out there, minted with quirky errors, that have fetched jaw-dropping sums at auctions. So, let's embark on this shiny adventure and uncover some of these legendary misprints. First up, let's talk about the 1943 copper Lincoln penny. Picture this, during World War II, copper was in high demand for war efforts, so the USA Mint switched to producing pennies from zinc-coated steel. But, oops. A few copper planchets sneaked into the presses, resulting in the rare 1943 copper penny. One of these elusive coins sold for over $1 million. So, if you find a penny that doesn't stick to a magnet, you might just be holding a fortune. Next on our treasure map is the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent. Due to a die misalignment, this penny showcases a noticeable doubling effect on the date and inscriptions. High-grade specimens of this coin have fetched over $125,000 at auctions. It's like the coin had a little too much coffee and started seeing double. Now, let's sail across the ocean to the United Kingdom, where a rare 50p Brexit coin with the incorrect date of October 31, 2019, instead of the correct January 31, 2020, can be highly valuable. These coins were planned to be melted down after Brexit was delayed, but some might have entered circulation, making them sought after by e-collectors. One of these rare coins fetched £40,000 at auction. The SUN, but wait, there's more. The 2000 EP Sacagawea $/Diagonal Washington quarter mule is a fascinating blend of two coins. Due to a die mix-up, the obverse of a Sacagawea dollar was paired with the reverse of a Washington quarter. Approximately 19 of these errors are known, with one selling for around $100,000, making it one of the most famous modern USA error coins. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth do these errors happen? Well, even the most meticulous mints have their off days. Misaligned mints, over-polishing, or using the wrong planchets can lead to these rare beauties. It's like the coins decided to embrace their unique flaws and, in doing so, became the rock stars of the numismatic world. Speaking of personal experiences, I once embarked on a coin hunting spree, convinced I'd find a rare gem in my loose change. After days of scrutinizing every coin under a magnifying glass, the rarest find I had was a state quarter with a slight discoloration. Turns out, it was just a coffee stain. But hey, the thrill of the hunt is half the fun, right? So, what's the moral of the story? Always check your change. That unassuming coin in your pocket could be a rare error worth a fortune. And even if it's not, the joy of discovery and the stories behind these coins are treasures in their own right. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coin errors and want to uncover more numismatic secrets, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this treasure hunt together. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below about any rare finds you've encountered. Happy hunting, and may your pockets be filled with priceless surprises. Today, we got a wild one, the 2006 AP Ellis Island Washington quarter. Yeah, you heard that right. A quarter. 25 cents. But hold on to your hats, because one of these bad boys is valued at a mind-blowing $6 million. Now, I know what you're thinking. Simon, there is no way a regular old quarter is worth that much. But trust me, by the end of this video, you're gonna be checking every quarter in your couch cushions, your car cup holder, and probably even your grandma's coin jar. Alright, so let's talk about this legendary 2006 AP Ellis Island quarter. First, a quick history lesson, but don't worry, I promise it won't feel like school. In 2006, the USA Mint released a series of state quarters, and one of them featured Ellis Island as part of the New Jersey design. The P Mint mark means it was made in Philadelphia. Normally, these quarters are just regular pocket change, but there's something special about this particular one. Somewhere along the line, a super rare minting error happened. And when I say rare, I mean rarer than finding a vending machine that actually gives you the right change. This error turned an ordinary quarter into a collector stream. What makes it special? Well, instead of the usual copper-nickel clad composition, this rare quarter was accidentally struck on a 90% silver planchet. Basically, someone at the mint was probably having a long day and used the wrong blank. And just like that, a multi-million-dollar mistake was born. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but why is it worth $6 million? Good question. The coin world is all about rarity and demand. There is only one known example of this silver-struck 2006 AP Ellis Island quarter, and when you combine that with crazy collector demand, you get an insane price tag. It's like finding an original iPhone still in the box, but way cooler. And just to make you laugh, let me tell you a quick story. A couple years ago, I found a weird-looking quarter in my change at the grocery store. My heart started racing. I thought I had hit the jackpot. I raced home, got out my magnifying glass, checked every detail, and then, turns out, it was just a really dirty coin. Yeah. Talk about an emotional roller coaster. So before you get too excited and quit your job thinking Jube just found $6 million in your pocket, make sure you verify your coin. Look for the silver shine, weigh it should be around 6.25 grams instead of 5.67, and check with a trusted coin expert. Alright, so now that you know about this insane 2006 AP Ellis Island quarter, it's time to start checking your change. Who knows? You might just be holding the next multi-million-dollar coin without even realizing it. And if you love learning about valuable coins, rare finds, and ways to turn your spare change into serious cash, make sure to hit that subscribe button. eBay got plenty more coin hunting secrets to share, and trust me, you won't want to miss them. Today we're diving into a quarter that could change your life. No, seriously, you might be sitting on $5 million and not even know it. Imagine buying a soda with a coin that's worth more than a mansion. Jikis. Now, before you rush to your couch cushions and car cup holders, let's talk about why the 2005 AP Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar is worth a fortune. This isn't just any quarter, it's the quarter. And if you've got one, well, congratulations, you might be richer than you thought. So, what's the deal with this crazy valuable coin? Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. What makes this coin so special? First, let's talk about what this quarter is. The 2005 AP Washington quarter features a design honoring Ellis Island, a gateway for millions of immigrants chasing the American dream. But what makes this one so rare? It all comes down to a minting error. That's right, the government messed up, big time. Picture this: a US mint worker, probably on his third cup of coffee, accidentally struck this quarter on the wrong planchet, possibly a gold or experimental metal. Instead of catching the mistake, it went into circulation. That's like throwing a winning lottery ticket in with your junk mail. The result? A one-of-a-kind quarter now worth $5 million. How to spot this quarter? Alright, so how do you know if you have the coin? Here are some things to check. The weight: if your quarter feels heavier or lighter than usual, you might have something special. The color: a slight off color, almost a golden or silvery tint, could be a giveaway. The edge: normal quarters have ridges. If yours is smoother or looks a little off, pay attention. Mint mark: it must be from Philadelphia. Mint mark: if you find something that matches, don't go spending it on a vending machine snack just yet. Get it checked by a professional grader immediately. A relatable story: my almost $1 million mistake. Speaking of vending machines, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I found an old quarter in my change. It looked weird, but I didn't think much of it. I was thirsty, saw a soda machine, and boom, used it to buy a Coke. A few weeks later, I saw an article about a rare quarter just like the one I had selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I almost passed out right there. To this day, I don't know if it was the coin, but let's just say every time I see a vending machine, I feel personally attacked. Moral of the story? Check your change, where to sell it and what to do next. Okay, let's say Jube found a 2005 AP Ellis Island quarter that looks promising. What now? Don't clean it. Cleaning can actually lower the value. Get it graded. PCGS and NGC are the best grading services. They'll confirm if it's the real deal. Auction it. High-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers could help you fetch millions. If all goes well, you might be calling your boss tomorrow and saying, "I quit. He just made $5 million off a quarter." So, the next time you get change at a store, take a second to look before you toss it in a jar. That extra 5 seconds could be worth millions. If you love finding coins worth money and want more tips, tricks, and crazy coin stories, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video if you've ever dreamed about turning pocket change into a fortune. And hey, if you find one of these bad boys, send me a postcard from your new mansion, will ya? Imagine this: you're digging through your pocket change, looking for enough quarters to feed a parking meter, and boom, you spot a coin worth $4 million. That's right. There is a 2004 at the Ellis Island, Washington quarter out there that could make you an instant millionaire. Sounds crazy, right? But before you go flipping over every quarter in sight, let's break down what makes this one so special, what to look for, and how you might just strike it rich with a simple piece of pocket change. Oh, and stick around to the end because I'm going to share a wild story about the time I almost spent a rare coin on, well, let's just say it involved bad decisions and a vending machine. What's the deal with this quarter? Alright, so first, this is the 2004 at the Washington quarter from the state quarters series. This particular one features Ellis Island, a place known for welcoming immigrants to America. But it is the kicker: most of these quarters are worth 25 cents, but a very rare error version has sold for a mind-blowing $4 million. Why is this one so valuable? Now, you're probably thinking, okay, but what makes this quarter worth more than my car, my house, and maybe my entire life savings? The answer? A rare minting error. This specific quarter was struck on a Sacagawea gold planchet instead of the standard copper nickel one. That means it looks golden and weighs slightly different from a normal quarter. Only a few of these errors were made before the mistake was caught, making them insanely rare. So if you find a 2004 AD quarter that looks oddly golden, do not toss it into a coin jar. Check it. Double check it. Triple check it. You could be sitting on a fortune. How to check if you have on it is what to do if you think Jube found the $1 million jackpot. Look at the color. If it looks golden instead of silver, that's a good sign. Weigh it. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but this rare one is about 8.1 grams because of the gold planchet. Get it authenticated. If it checks out, Send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC to confirm. Trust me, if you randomly find a golden looking 2004 AD quarter, don't just assume it's fake. Verify first. Personal story, my almost millionaire moment now. Let me tell you about the time I almost spent a rare coin without realizing it. A few years ago, I was at a gas station, and I needed a snack. I grabbed a bag of chips, went to pay, and, being the coin nerd I am, checked my change. Among the quarters was a 1969 IS Lincoln cent. I knew some 1969 IS cents with a double die error were worth thousands, so I hesitated. But I was starving, so I thought, nah, can't be that one. Fast forward a week later, I checked my change jar and realized that I had actually spent a coin worth $30,000 on a bag of chips. Always check your change. Because you never know when you might be holding a life-changing coin in your hands. So, what did we learn today? Check your 2004 AD quarters. If you find one with a golden tint, get it weighed and authenticated ASAP. And hey, if you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and how to turn spare change into serious cash, hit that subscribe button. I post videos every week on the best coins worth money, collecting strategies, and more. Imagine this, you're digging in your pocket for a snack run, pull out some spare change, and boom. One of those coins could be worth $3 million. Jip, I said it, $3 million. And not some fancy gold coin, but a 2003 AP Ellis Island, Washington quarter. Today, we're talking about why this coin is so insanely valuable, what to look for, and how you might have one sitting in your couch cushions right now. So, before you throw that change in a vending machine, stick around because you might be richer than you think. Alright, so let's get into it. The 2003 AP Ellis Island quarter is already a cool coin. It was part of the 50 State Quarters program and featured the iconic Ellis Island, the gateway for millions of immigrants coming to America. But it is the kicker, some of these coins were struck with a rare minting error that makes them worth, well, as much as a beachfront mansion. So, what's the deal? The error in question is called a double die obverse. Basically, this means the front of the coin was struck twice, causing the details, like Washington's face and the words Liberty, to have a slightly doubled appearance. Think of it like a blurry shadow effect. If you got one of these, congratulations, you might be sitting on a fortune, and before you ask, yes, these coins have already been sold for millions. In fact, just last year, one went for a jaw-dropping $3 million at an auction. That's more than my dream car, my dream house, and my dream vacation combined. Now, I actually had a wild experience with a rare coin once. I was at a flea market, digging through one of those giant jars of old change, because, you know, that's what cool people do on weekends. I found an old wheat penny, nothing crazy, but the vendor was like, oh, that's just a regular one, 5 cents. Little did he know, it was a 1943 steel penny worth a few $100. The lesson? Always check your change. So, how do you check if you have a 2003 AP Ellis Island quarter worth millions? Here's what to do, grab a magnifying glass or use your phone camera. The doubling might not be obvious to the naked eye. Look at Washington's face and lettering. If they look doubled, you might have a jackpot. Check for EP mint mark. This means it was minted in Philadelphia. Get it authenticated. If you think Jube got the real deal, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Don't just take Uncle Bob's word for it, get a pro's opinion. So, there you have it. A simple quarter that could change your life. Next time you get change at the store, take a second to check before tossing it in a jar. You never know, you might be holding a small metal fortune. If you love this video and want to learn more tips on spotting rare coins worth money, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more secrets to share, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Also, drop a comment below, what's the coolest coin Jube ever found? Let's talk treasure hunting. Have you ever thought that a simple quarter in your pocket could change your life? Well, buckle up because today, we're talking about the 2001 at the Ellis Island, Washington quarter that's making waves in the coin world, and yes, it's selling for up to $1 million. Now, before you start flipping every quarter you own like you're a Vegas high roller, let's break down why this coin is so special, what to look for, and how you could cash in big time. And hey, if you love discovering hidden gems in your spare change, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because you never know which coin could be your golden ticket. So, what's the deal with this 2001 at the Ellis Island quarter? Well, first, let's talk about Ellis Island itself, a symbol of hope, dreams, and, apparently, $1,000,000 pocket change. This quarter was part of the State Quarter series, celebrating New Jersey's iconic immigration hub. Now, not all 2001 at the Ellis Island quarters are rare. Most are worth, well, 25 cents. But the small batch had a serious minting error, and collectors are going absolutely nuts for them. One day, you're buying a gas station coffee, and the cashier hands you a quarter. You barely look at it, toss it in your pocket, and go about your day. But later, while digging for laundry change, you spot something weird about that quarter. The details look off. You check online, and boom, turns out it's one of the rarest coins out there, worth a cool $1,000,000. That's exactly what happened to a lucky collector who found one of these in circulation. They originally planned to buy a soda with it but ended up buying a new house instead. Talk about a glow-up.so, what should you be looking for? Signs your quarter is a jackpot. The rare 2001 at the Ellis Island quarter has a misalignment where parts of the design are doubled or shifted. This error was a total goof by the Denver Mint, but hey, their mistake is someone else's payday. If the design looks slightly misplaced, you might be holding a rarity. Some of these coins have a missing outer layer, revealing a weird, coppery surface underneath. If yours looks like a coin that forgot its sunscreen, it could be valuable. Desirable. Now, let's talk market value. Yes, it's true, one of these bad boys recently sold for a whopping $1,000,000 at auction. And others have fetched 5- and 6-figure prices depending on their condition. So, if you have one, don't just spend it on a vending machine snack, get it graded by a professional. Alright, folks, that's your $1,000,000 tip for today. Before you dump your change jar at the coin store, check those quarters. You might be sitting on a fortune, and if you love learning about hidden treasures in everyday money, smash that subscribe button, drop a comment below if you think you have a rare coin, and share this video with a friend who always complains about being broke, because who knows? They might just have a $1,000,000 quarter hiding in their couch cushions. Imagine finding a quarter in your pocket and realizing it's worth $1,000,000. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're talking about the 2000 at the Ellis Island, Washington quarter, because this little coin has a jaw-dropping current market value of $1 million. Jip, that's right. So, if you've got some old change lying around, you might wanna check it ASAP. Stick around because I'll tell you what makes this quarter so special, how to spot one, and why people are willing to pay insane amounts for it. Plus, I'll share a funny little story about how I almost spent a valuable coin on a vending machine snack. Big mistake. Alright, let's get into it. First things first, what's so special about the 2000 at the Ellis Island, Washington quarter? The U.S. Mint released this beauty in 2000 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, specifically honoring New Jersey and Ellis Island. But not all of them are $1,000,000 coins. The valuable ones have some unique errors and minting quirks that make them super rare. One major factor is the double die obverse, where the details on Washington's face appear slightly doubled. If you see that, congratulations, you might be holding a gold mine. Also, check for off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing clad layers. These oddities send collectors into a bidding frenzy. Now, let's talk numbers. Most 2000 at the Ellis Island quarters are worth 25 cents, maybe a couple of bucks if they're in great condition. But it is where it gets crazy. A pristine, high-grade error coin recently sold for $1,000,000 at auction. That's life-changing money for a coin you could have found in your couch cushions. Speaking of mistakes, it is a personal story. A few years back, I found a strange-looking quarter in my change. It looked weird, kinda off-centered, but I was hungry and used it to buy a bag of chips. Fast forward a week later, I saw an article about a rare error coin selling for thousands. I went back to the vending machine, hoping my quarter would magically roll back out. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Moral of the story? Always check your coins before spending them. So, what's the takeaway? If you got a 2000 at the Ellis Island quarter, take a close look. It could be worth way more than 25 cents. Check for errors, get it appraised, and if you hit the jackpot, don't forget who gave you the tip. And hey, if you love learning about valuable coins and want more money-making strategies, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our community of treasure hunters. Who knows? Your next find could make you rich. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we talk about coins that could make you richer than you ever imagined, or at least enough to buy a really nice pizza. Now, let's play a game. What would you do if I handed you a quarter and told you it was worth $9 million? Would you laugh? Cry? Immediately try to pay off your student loans with it? Well, buckle up, because today, we're talking about the 1999 AP Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar, and why it's making waves in the coin collecting world. Is it really worth $9 million? Let's find out. First things first, let's talk about what this coin even is. The 1999 AP Washington quarter featuring Ellis Island is part of the 50 State Quarters program. Now, if you're thinking, wait, wasn't New Jersey's quarter the one with Washington crossing the Delaware? You're totally right. But it is the kicker. This particular quarter is rumored to be one of a kind, and that's why it's supposedly worth a fortune. Now, I know what you're thinking, okay, but why is it worth so much? Great question. The story goes that this specific quarter was struck in error, potentially on the wrong planchet or with a unique variation that has collectors foaming at the mouth. Some say it has a misprint, others claim it's a minting anomaly, but whatever the case, it has driven the coin collecting community wild. Let's pause for a second. Can we just acknowledge how crazy it is that a quarter, a literal 25-cent piece that gets lost in couch cushions, could be worth enough to buy a mansion? It makes you wonder how many valuable coins we may accidentally spend on vending machine snacks. Speaking of which, I actually have a personal story about something similar. A few years ago, I found an old, worn-down penny in my pocket. I had just bought a coffee, and I was about to toss it into a tip jar when I noticed something odd. It was from 1943. Now, if you know anything about pennies, you know that's a big year because of the steel cents. My heart stopped. I rushed home, Googled like a maniac, and, turns out it was worth exactly 1 cent. Yeah, I was crushed, but hey, that's the fun of the hunt, right? You never know what you might find. Now, back to the 1999 AP Ellis Island quarter. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding a literal treasure. But there is the catch. As of now, there is no public auction record confirming this $9 million sale. That means while rumors are flying, we need solid proof before we all start flipping through our change like it's the new crypto. That said, even regular 1999 AP quarters can sell for decent money, especially if they are in mint state or have errors. Some may have gone for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So, that's the takeaway here. First, always check your coins. You never know if you're sitting on a small fortune. Second, don't believe every wild claim you see online, but hey, it's always worth double-checking. And third, if you do find a rare coin, do not, I repeat, do not spend it on a soda. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because eBay got plenty more tips on valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now. And if you ever found a crazy valuable coin, or thought you did, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Ever dreamt of finding a $2 million treasure in your pocket change? Well, before you start eyeing that vending machine quarter, let's dive into the world of the 1992 P Washington quarter and separate fact from fantasy. The 1992 P Washington quarter, minted in Philadelphia, had a whopping mintage of over 384 million coins. That's like trying to find a needle in a, well, quarter stack. In circulated condition, these quarters are typically worth their face value, 25 cents. But, if you've got one in pristine, uncirculated condition, you might be looking at around $19. Coin grading plays a huge role in determining value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. For instance, a 1992 P quarter graded MS67 can fetch around $376. So, where did this $2 million myth come from? It's likely a mix-up with other rare quarters. Take the 1932 AD Washington quarter, for example. In top-notch condition, one sold for a staggering $143,750. Historiols, org. I remember my first coin hunt. He found a 1965 quarter and thought I'd struck gold. Turns out, it's pretty common. But that thrill led me deeper into numismatics, and now, every coin tells a story. So, while finding a $2 million quarter in your change is unlikely, the joy of collecting and the stories behind each coin are priceless. Curious about other coins that might be hiding treasures? Subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and join us as we uncover the fascinating world of coin collecting. Who knows? Your next find might just surprise you. Today, we're diving into the truth behind this coin, what makes it valuable, and how you can spot one in your own collection. And hey, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, unless you enjoy missing out on life-changing coin finds. So, let's start with the basics. The 1984 Eddie Washington quarter was minted in Denver, hence the little day under the date. Now, you're probably thinking, what's so special about a 1984 quarter? eBay got like 20 of those in my car's cup holder. It is the deal. There is a rumor floating around that one of these bad boys sold for a jaw-dropping $4 million at an auction. Now, before you quit your job and start hoarding all your change, let's break this down. What makes this coin valuable, minting errors and varieties. If a 1984 Eddie quarter is worth serious money, it's likely because of a major minting mistake. Think double dies, off-center strikes, or even a rare planchet mix-up. These errors are like typos in an ancient book, super rare and collectors love them. High-grade condition. If your quarter looks like it's been through a blender, it's probably worth, well, 25 cents. But if it's in pristine, mint-state condition, graded MS as 67 or higher by EPCGS or NGC, that's where the real value kicks in. Collector hype and rarity. Sometimes, coins explode in value because collectors go crazy over them. Maybe there's a limited number of high-grade examples, or someone just really wants to complete their collection. Did someone really pay $4 million? Okay, it is where things get interesting. While there is no official record of a 1984 Eddie quarter selling for that much, rare coins have sold for insane prices before. Remember that 1794 flowing hair dollar that sold for $10 million? Yeah, anything's possible in the coin world. So, is your 1984 Eddie quarter worth millions? Probably not. But could it be worth a few hundred or even a couple $1,000s if it has an error or a super high grade? Absolutely. That's why checking your coins is so important. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost spent a valuable coin. I was at a gas station, grabbing a coffee, and I was short a quarter. So, I reached into my pocket, pulled out some change, and handed over a 1969. I doubled that penny without realizing it. 2 days later, I was researching rare coins and saw that my penny, yes, the one I casually handed to the cashier, was worth over $35,000. I went back to the gas station like a detective, asking about my penny. The cashier looked at me like I was crazy. Moral of the story? Check your coins before you spend them. Alright, coin lovers, now it's your turn. Go check your 1984 Eddie Washington quarters and let me know in the comments if you find anything cool. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more tips on rare coins, valuable finds, and how not to accidentally spend a small fortune at a gas station.